Hey, so that whole area that you're seeing there of those bright lights and everything, that's a view of what most people think of as Southern California. Um, there's a big row of mountains that kind of splits up Southern California. I live in those mountains. On one side is like the metropolis that's Southern California, of what most people think of it as, and on the other side is the Mojave Desert. So I live on this big mountain range that's the San Andreas Fault, basically. And so while I'm in Southern California, I'm not in Southern California. And so when I say I'm going down into the city, that's where I'm going, is down there. So anyways, I've been on YouTube for 5 years now. It's been an awesome thing. It's been a very interesting journey in my life. Started it when I was 46 years old. I'm going to be 51 in 10 days. I shot a bunch of recipe videos. I was looking at them and used to be able to get away with murder with like still looking young and kind of awesome and studly with letting some beard growth going on there. I'm getting some gray hair and kind of not all right with getting the old thing. I just a friend of mine in Australia that's been watching my blog for a long time, Free, F-R-I, I guess it's Fry or Free, I'm not sure how I say it, but she posted something on Facebook saying that, yeah, if by the time you hit 50 you haven't grown up yet, you're probably not going to, and I'm definitely in that world. Everything about me, you know, it's just the childlike quality, the lust for life is just has to do with the creative aspect of everything. It's just, I happen to feel, as far as I'm concerned, I happen to know that the creative side, the interest in creativity, the interest in beauty is what sets us apart from everything else, of just acknowledging that and of just having a great lust for that. You know, this blog, I've been through a lot of stuff. The one main thing that it is for me now is a great like social thing, aside from it being this diary for me, which is how it was originally started, was because I was going to get more intense on stuff. I had met Truth Calkins in summer 2008, and by 2009 I was like sort of had this friendship going on with him that lasted for about another 2 years before he went on to other stuff and became sort of inaccessible. I hiked with him up here where I live, and very inspirational person, because I really never met anybody that's as crazy as I am. So kind of the whole living in the world of having a kind of a almost like fantasy point of view. I really knew I'd hit it with somebody, you know, especially when he started talking about Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, and just all of this fantasy stuff. I've always been a daydreamer. You know, he was the one that actually introduced to me, and when he really started recognizing me was at a David Wolf event in 2009, before the whole thing went corporate, when still a lot of the freaks were around the scene, because now the whole Longevity Now scene is just a bunch of upper middle class soccer mom people. All the kind of surfers and hippies and anarchist type people are not around anymore. So, not around that scene anymore anyways. And so, that's a big thing I've come to want to represent, and I kind of just being a lot more blatant about it. So, just in all of this time, it's really interesting. I'm 51, I'm definitely getting older. I definitely intend to put up a big fight with getting back into a lot of the stuff that I've always been into, which is just being yourself and being free and refusing that matrix kind of thinking. That is the most important thing that I will do, and I kind of want to, it's hard for me to avoid talking to you, of saying, of like as if I'm preaching to you, because it's just a blog. I want to just see it as a diary of like where I don't care when my studio is a mess. I don't care if my kitchen's a mess. It's just something I've come to honor with Durian Rider. I really like that guy. I can tell you I 100% don't agree with his diet. I'm just ruthlessly going to carry on with my own thing, but I like this authenticity. There's like so many fake people on YouTube, and I think it's more interesting to hook up with real people, and God, there must be at least 20 or 30 people that are constantly trying to copy him or repeating things that he says, but big thing you're going to always get from me is just this interest that I have in alternative culture and punk culture and anarchist culture and music and art and in different ways of thinking. For me, I have a real hard time with the whole raw food mainstream, because it's a lot of really uptight people, which I've talked about before, and even some of my mentor people that I've learned a lot of stuff from, and I will continue learning from people, but I won't be like taking on somebody else's personality. This is like this new guy, I'm not going to name any names, who's coming up, who's really good at stuff, but he copies other people. Can't, like be yourself, folks. Be yourself. There's nobody better than your own self. Just that's why I'm a loner, is because most people are boring! Oh, so one thing that you can always count on, this time with my blog has been kind of like my whole life until this blog was always kind of like about one thing: vegetarianism, being plant-based. I recognized myself as being vegetarian at 13, strongly influenced by my favorite band at the time, Yes, and still a big favorite of mine to this day, and the sort of intro footage that I was using a long time ago with this guy playing a steel guitar with a double neck guitar around him and making all these faces, that was Steve Howe from Yes. Kind of a big hero of mine when I was a teenager, and to a certain degree still a big hero, kind of a really old looking guy now. Was vegetarian, still a vegetarian, kind of what made me. I was already living the vegetarian lifestyle because I'd always been attracted to vegetables, but anyways, you know, and so my whole life became vegan and raw food same time, age 22, and so the beginning of this blog was me starting to sample a lot of different things and becoming aware. YouTube is great for that. You can get so many opinions, and you know, sometimes I wonder why I'm not sensitive about stuff, but for the most part, everybody likes my videos, my uploads, that watches them. Every now and then I get a thumbs down, and I think that's either from like some of the paleo people that used to follow me when I was briefly paleo on here, or probably 80-10-10 people that don't like my talking about supplements or talking about not taking sugar. And so one thing, I may move all over the place, but one thing that will always be the same in my life from now on is the veganism. There's no doubt about that. That is just something that's really, well, I know why. I've had some past life regressions, stuff about my past, and just why I'm that way, of why I feel so passionate about that. And I know I got to get into that. I told you I'm going to reveal some of my past life regressions and stuff, but we'll get into some of that. After this is a few recipe things that I've got to do. Don't know if I'm going to get on here more regular than trying to do stuff twice a week right now. A lot of this is going to be talking about a new wave, a new kind of raw foodism that's very worldly. A lot of the raw food stuff that's out there now is very just trying to like mimic American and Central European food, which is like some of the most boring crap in the world. It's with the exception of probably Italian food, maybe. I mean, just for the record, I think that American food and British food are the most boring, horrible, dreadful eating experiences that you'd ever want to do. Of like, why somebody would want to like copy a fucking American burger is beyond me. Of why, geez, so many amazing cultures in this world. So that's where I'm going, is with doing a lot of new stuff. That's what's going to be coming up, and the places that I've been, this journey has been awesome. So I'm just saying, I might be all over the place. Definitely got a video coming up on drugs. I know that's one that some people have been waiting for me to do for like probably a long time. Yeah, I've done a pretty, I've done drugs for sure, but never really recreationally, never like partied. I always used drugs, or psychotropics I prefer to call it, because really everything's kind of a drug, isn't it? Only ever use that stuff as a tool for my mind, and a creative tool, a shamanic tool, if you will. So we got that coming up. And oh, in case you want to know, I'm gonna be playing a lot more music. So what was playing earlier in this video is here, Sun Electric, the live album that they did in 1994, and what's playing right now is right here. What else? Oh, so anyway. So, you're listening to this right here, right now. This is music from Coil, or its title is from Peter Christopherson, who was the last alive member of Coil. He died in 2010. A track called Time Machines, kind of weird abstract music made to sort of transport you, if you will, to time travel with. And I am definitely into time travel, and of like not joining that matrix collective consciousness. Support me by supporting my music. I have been putting out free digital albums. Get my my new one, download it for free off my Bandcamp page. It's called More Stories About Refracted Light. I've been working with my visual side with a guy named Donnie, who I met through this blog here, who's an awesome friend. And don't forget to subscribe to my Second Culture music channel. You can see some of the videos over there too. I'm going to be uploading stuff on there, and I'll be blogging also on my Second Culture Talk thing about doing some of my production and stuff like that. So, don't really make money any other way, so this is Keith. I don't make money. Everything I told you about is for free there, so bright blessings. I'll see you later. And if you feel like it, you can buy some of my CDs too from links in the drop-down box. Alright, peace.